All right, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Unmute. Unmuted. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I can hear it over there. That's good. Okay, so hopefully this still records without it. Hey, you all. Hope you all are enjoying your night, enjoying your day, wherever you may be in the world. I am Justin Norm, and I had to do this, and I didn't know I was going to be able to do it. But I was just doing a test not too long ago, and I was trying to find out whether or not I could do live streaming on YouTube. Now, I've done it before. I did it once or maybe twice, but that was through Restream. So I've got my OBS set up, and for some reason I just happened to stumble upon Live Studio, and I don't think I could stream live before, but maybe something happened differently, so now I'm able to do it. So it's a pretty amazing thing because I love YouTube so much, and I've learned so much from many people across the world. In case you don't know anything about me, I'm born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. I have been performing and playing music for a long time. I started my journey when I was about 1 year old. My father is a musician, and my grandfather was a musician, and so of course music came naturally. It used to be the highlight of my day. I would come home from school and I would go straight into practicing, get on the drums, get on the keyboards, and start writing songs, etc., etc. I've always written songs, and I've always tried to record them, but I never released my songs. And it wasn't until April 2020 when I got a kick in the gut that said, hey, you need to go ahead and release, your songs, because COVID had happened, and I mean, what better time to do that? Creativity, it was time for it to kick in. And sometimes, as performers, we sit on the things that we do for so long, and we lose track of what we really need to do. And it's once we learn something, once we create something, we need to just release it to the world. And it's not about the fame, it's not about the fortune, it's not about if 1 million people will hear it or if anybody will like it. It's about what you want to do for yourself, and if you are appreciative of your creative process, of what you come up with, then hopefully somebody else will like it. So I released this music, and it was pretty fascinating to do that because some of the songs I recorded, like, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and like I said, I've been sitting on it for a while. So this is my story. Now, I'm just trying to make sure that everything is still good. Hopefully you all can hear me okay, and everything is going okay. Okay, got you. Okay. So I think it's telling me to lower my stream bit rate, stream settings. Hopefully I don't have to adjust anything. Hopefully this is coming out good. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to check everything. Yeah. Good. I just want to make sure that this is perfect because this is my first time streaming, and I did a little test because I wanted to make sure everything was good to go. And you can hear, by the way, you hear some of my music in the background. It's called Just a Groove. It has not been released yet, but I mainly created this particular instrumental tune just for like my little YouTube videos, etc. In case you don't know much about me, okay, yes, I've been into music, but I also got into digital art. Been doing a lot of artwork lately, and I want to give a shout out to Chi World 1234. Discovering his channel really inspired me because I just got into Adobe. I used to do Adobe, like use Adobe software a long time ago when I was in college, but I got into Adobe, and I really was trying to get into the download the character animator, which I'm still kind of fiddling around with. It's still a new process. But then I got into Illustrator and, and saw Cheat World's videos, and it kind of helped me out. So I've been doing a lot of stuff with art. Of course, you might see it on my channel, and you see the music side, and you see the blogging side or the vlogging side, and you're probably wondering, like, what is this dude doing? Like, he's like all over the place. And that's what this topic is about today, my YouTube journey. So if you stuck with me this far, and maybe you see this later on, maybe you're watching it live, maybe you see it tomorrow, I'm not sure. I'm doing this late at night. I don't really try to stay up this late working on doing YouTube videos, but I felt the need to do it. So if you like what you hear, if you found something on my channel that's interesting, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You can hit it at the corner, bottom right corner. If you feel that you want to say something to me, please feel free to comment. I'm hoping that I get a comment because I haven't done this before, so it's very exciting. So I hope I get a comment. So if you want to just say, hey, hello, hi, okay, whichever, that'll be great. Let's see. My YouTube journey so far. So this is how I got into YouTube. Of course, every time you create a Gmail account, you have the possibility of creating a YouTube channel. But there's always that fear of, should I do it, or will I be able to really get myself into it or give my all into it? Because me personally, everything that I want to do, I want to put my all into it. And if I don't put my all into it, I don't want to do it at all. Simple as that. And it wasn't until I created the channel, and I think I've been on the channel started 2014, but in the beginning I was just like, I posted something here and there, and I remember the very first video that I posted was a greeting for myself, saying, hey, I'm Norman Williams, blah 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 blah, and it was for a website I just created called Steps to My Success, or Steps to Your Success, back when I was trying to do network marketing, and I was doing a lot of stuff with that, and that was fun. And I keep that video on there to see the progress that I made, because I was so young then. But 2014, wow, that was after I had my second child. Then I have a third child, so I had the third child in 2015. So a lot has changed since then. So I started this channel. I posted one video, then I posted a video of chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I posted the Christmas song of me playing the piano and singing. That was like the second video I did, and that was pretty much it. I hadn't really posted anything. I've got water in here, but I need this stuff. It's like, my throat has been dry lately. But I posted, those two videos, and I did nothing else with YouTube. And I wish I had kept going, because I know, but I know if I kept going, maybe I would be further along than where I am now. But let me get to where I am now. So it was my junior high students at the school that I teach at that convinced me, because we were doing a songwriting section, a songwriting course, and I was, teaching them about writing songs and rhyme schemes and et cetera, et cetera. And I played one of my gospel songs, one of the songs that I had recorded when I was like 20 years old. And one of the guys really liked it, and he wanted me to, play it, a few times. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't have it with me today or whatever. And he told me, you should put it on YouTube. So, and I gave it some thought, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe one day, because I wanted to make sure I put the music on, make sure it was copywritten and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, procrastination, that's what happens. So I finally put it out, and I remember he subscribed to my channel, and a few of the other students did too as well. And I think I posted like 4 of my songs, posted that stuff, and then I kind of like, that was it. And then ever since then, I kind of started posting like more frequently. But it wasn't until COVID hit, around February, March, April, somewhere around that time, when I really started to post like more frequently. And I tried to create this schedule, and I'm still playing with what I really want to do on YouTube, but I'm trying to narrow it down because I have a few options. So for those that are out there, and that you're new to YouTube, you may hear, different things. You may hear people say that it's okay to explore. And I believe that is very true. It's okay to explore. It's okay to find out, what your niche or what your niche will be. But once you get it set, try to hone down on what you want to do. But play around with what works. That's the thing about life, is that we have so many things we can talk about. We can do reviews, we can do reactions, we can, talk about our day in life. We can do blogs and vlogs. We can talk about, tutorials. Some of the first few videos that I posted that did decent. None of them are like extremely like 1,000 or million, views or nothing like that. But I am appreciative for every view that I get. So I work with a young gentleman, Robert Nelson, and we have a band called Renaissance. And I posted EPK for him on my YouTube channel, and that's gotten over 1,000 views now. And mainly because the reason why it's got that many views is because I always, whenever someone is trying to find information about the band, I always give that link to them so they can check it out. When we're like getting gigs that are coming in, working with clients, I always try to use that as a resource that they can go look at and find out more about the band. So it's getting a lot of views for that. I also posted some videos about, tutorials. So I'm a keyboard player. I play a few different instruments, but mainly keyboards. And so I was having a problem with my Yamaha MX, sorry. And I posted a video about that, the process of me trying to fix it, and I think that like really helped a lot of people. So I'm finding that if you can find great content that is valuable, that people really need, that's a good place to start. Like, find what's missing on YouTube. I was trying to search for, ways to fix my MX, and I couldn't find anything about it. So I kind of know what to do, because whenever you have an electronic piece of equipment, just know that dust will occur and things will, get out of whack. So if something's real dusty, whether it be your TV, whether it be a game system, something like that, every now and then it's good to vacuum it out or blow it out, get some compressed air, etc., and try to blow it out. And that is what I recorded a video of, and I think it helped out some people, and I got some comments on there. And if you happen to subscribe to my channel because of that video, thank you for that. I wish I can put more information about, like, the process of trying to fix it. I might make another video. Sometimes it's hard to make a video about something unless it's actually happening in your life. Like, if I'm making a video about my dryer that broke down and it can't heat up, well, it's like once you fix it and it heats up, it's like, well, wow, do you make another video about it? I could continue to go on and talk about other things that you can do with your dryer, but I've already made the video. I don't feel like there's a need to make another video about it. But maybe you do. If you think that you like that video and you like more tutorials like that, then maybe I need to do that on my channel. So I'm still trying to figure it out. Now, on one side, I have my my music videos. I have my videos for my original music. I have my acapella videos that I do. Those are amazing. I love them. And then I have my tutorials for like my cakewalk, band labs. So I've got all these different things, and I try to put everything, categorize it in playlist, because my mind is going different places. but I want to make sure that whatever I put out, that it helps someone. So hopefully it helps someone. All right. So what are some tips that I can offer for YouTube and like my journey so far, like my experience? I am sitting at, I believe, 74 subscribers. All right. So, and what this is the main reason why I wanted to do this video. You always hear videos, and I appreciate all those that post videos that deal with growth and, you know, hitting 100 subscribers and hitting 1,000 subscribers, but you never hear it from people that are like not there yet. So I said, well, why don't, you know, I can be bold and put out something and talk about my experience so far. At the beginning of, or near the beginning of 2020, right when COVID hit, I only had 14 subscribers. And I remember I had 14 subscribers for a long time. And I didn't think that it would grow at all. And, you know, and that's some type of discouragement that you may get when you feel like you post a video, but you're not sure if it's actually doing anything or if it's reaching anybody. And part of the reason why I wasn't growing at first is because I didn't know the tips to do. So, and I'm gonna talk about that, you know, briefly for a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut this off because I don't want this to be a long, drawn out vlog, but it's just something I need to talk about. So, so I was at 14 subscribers, and I remember, shortly after I started like getting back into posting again, my wife decided to start a channel, and then later on my daughter wanted to start a channel. So I went from 14, and I want to say by the end of 2020, I believe I got to maybe 60 subscribers. I can't remember, and I had to go back and look at this later on, but I had gained, you know, and I had my channel since 2014, mind you. So from 2014 until 2020, even though I wasn't really that active, I had only gained 14 subscribers. So until the beginning of 2020. And then from 2020 to 2021, I gained like another 40 or 50 subscribers. So that's really major, you know. And I know for some of you all that grow really fast, you may think like, man, that's nothing. That's nothing. You know, I got 50 subscribers in one day. I don't know, you know, something like that. But for me, that was really big because I remember like how I wasn't posting at all. You know, I posted one video, then it'd be 2 years later when I posted the next one. So I got into the habit of trying to post, you know, like once every 2 weeks, and then it got to like once a week, and sometimes I'm up and down, and sometimes I might post 2 or 3 times a week. If you checked out any of my vlogs, basically my trip to Orlando that I had from our spring break, I took my kids and my family, we all went to Orlando, and for the first time I felt like I needed to document every single thing that happened. And I did. I did 5 videos within 1 week, and I never did that before. So I basically posted every day. And maybe one time I posted, it was like every other day, but it was pretty much every day, and I had never did that before. And I think I want to say I gained maybe like 4 or 5 subscribers during that week. I could be wrong, but I think I gained, yeah, like maybe 4 or 5 subscribers. So that's really major. So first step is, I'm gonna put these out into steps, and I wish I had this printed out so I can have it pop up, but I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just trying to keep this like unedited, raw. This is just raw footage. This is live, basically. So the first thing I did was I won't say the first thing I did, but the first thing that you should do, I would put it like that. So first of all, think about, strategize what you want your YouTube channel to be about. And and I would start off maybe thinking of maybe four or five different ideas, and maybe they're in different categories, maybe they're in different genres, or maybe they're in the same. And just keep it real simple the first time. You don't have to go crazy with the editing or anything like that. The video content is where the meat and potatoes is, and what I mean by that is the content of what you're talking about is what's important. Yes, the editing makes it look great. Certain editing makes people draw in more, it makes them stay more focused. But in the beginning, I would spend more time on making sure the content is great, and then the editing part comes second, if I can talk. So that would be my first tip. Figure out what you want to make your videos about, and then do some testing and find out what works and what doesn't work. Second thing is, and you've heard it before, you've seen a million videos that talk about it, the thumbnails are a big thing. And that's when I started noticing more views too as well. My thumbnails, I can look back at some videos that I didn't do anything, I didn't put on thumbnail. I put in the description, I put like 15 words, so that wasn't really enough. So make sure that your thumbnail is amazing. Like, even if it's just your picture and the text, some people may say don't put text on there. Some people say put text on there. I would say you can play with that, because if you are making your images on your thumbnail stand out by themselves, and you can portray your message or what the video is about from the thumbnail without putting text on it, then go ahead and do it and try it and see if it works. But it doesn't hurt to put the text on there, and make sure you put the text on there big, like where it stands out, where it pops, so people can look at it. They, the image draws them, but the text is like, oh, okay, this is what this is about, and they should be able to tell what the video is about by looking at the image. And if it's done well, most people will click on it. Now I'm not going to say that 100% are going to click on it, but you should get, hopefully you get anywhere between 1% and 5% CTR, which is click-through rate. Hopefully they look at it and they click on it. Second thing is make sure that you have your title labeled. You want your title to be specific to what you're talking about. So we call this keywords. You should have at least your main keyword, whatever you're about. So like for this video, my main keyword is, well, it's actually more than one keyword, but my whole keyword is my YouTube journey so far, 2021. And I was playing around with the title, trying to figure out what I wanted it to be. And I was using TubeBuddy. And if you're not familiar with TubeBuddy, definitely check out TubeBuddy. I just got into it, I got into it right when I went to Orlando. And it definitely helped me out as far as being able to optimize my videos, which is something that I wasn't really doing before. Like I said, we get excited about posting. We just post a video and we just leave it alone, We don't do anything with it. We don't check the analytics. We don't check to see how it's doing, check what we can change differently. This is why it's so fun for me, because you get to play with stuff. You get to play with it, and you get to try to experiment and figure out what works best for you, because everything that works best for you might not work best for everyone else, and vice versa. So there's a few things that definitely will work. One, the thumbnail, getting a good thumbnail. Two, make sure you title it correctly. Three, when you're writing your description, make sure you have that main keyword spread over, but make sure you're talking like you're a human, because YouTube looks at that a certain way too as well. Make sure that you're talking like a human, but put that text in there. Tell a story, tell them what it's about. But first off, get the points out. So your first 2 sentences, I'm learning this. That's why I'm saying it now. Make sure that you say what it's about in your first 2 or 3 sentences, because that's what's going to pop out on that when a little description, the thumbnail and the title is like the main things that people see. And if they look at the thumbnail, they say, oh, that looks interesting. They see the title and they're like, oh yeah, okay. And then they look at the description, they say, oh, that's it. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And then they'll click on it. That's what you want to do. You want them to get to click on it. And then, once you have your description, you have your title, you have your thumbnail. Next thing to do is to make sure you put your tags. Now, tags are different beasts because I used to have my tags just set automatically, because you can create tags, standard tags that, just apply to any video that you post. But you go into YouTube Studio or Creator Studio, or the studio you're using, you can change the tags to fit more accurately with the video. So, and what I'm finding out now too as well is that make your first tag exactly what your title is. So like mine, my YouTube journey so far, 2021, that's going to be my very first tag. And then I'm going to kind of spread out some of my tags. Like I might say my YouTube journey, or YouTube journey so far, etc. Something similar to that. So whatever my topic is going to be about, I'm going to try to spread that out in my tags. Tags, they give you 500 characters. So, and it's suggested that you use at least half of them. Now, some will say tags are not important. Tags used to be very important back in YouTube, some years ago, but now it may not be as important. But I'll tell you what, anything that you add, if it's going to help, definitely do it. It's better to have too much information than not have enough. So in YouTube, algorithm will look at the details. They're trying to look at your video. They're trying to analyze what you have in your text and your description to find out what your video is actually about. So yeah, then go from there. After you got all those details, the next part is promotion. When sometimes you upload a video and you think, wow, okay, cool, I'm done. That's it. I can go to bed. And I still do this too as well, because sometimes I feel like if I promote a video, I'll just put it out there one time and it'll be it. And I'll be like, oh yeah, and I keep asking myself, like, why don't you promote this video like every day? Like, won't you take your new video that you just put out, and why don't you spend the whole week promoting it? Whether that's putting it on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. You can show, like, you can record little clips of the video if you don't want to show the whole video, and that can draw people in. Maybe it's one segment of the video that you want to focus on, and you can post it on social media and put the link there so they, to draw to it. You can do a live video, talking about your latest video. It could be a million things that you can do to promote. So I'm giving advice to myself. You think I'm giving it to you, but I'm really giving it to myself, because this is the things that I want to do this year, so that way I can make this journey even better. I've come really far. I've got a lot further to go. My goal by the end of this year is to reach 1,000 subscribers. I know many people have done it in less time. Some people have done it in 3 months, 2 months, maybe even a month. I'm not sure. Some people have taken 3 or 4 years to get there. Some might have taken 5. Okay. Well, I've already went past 5 years. Okay. So I am going to work my butt off to get to those 1,000. And you're asking me, what's so important about 1,000? It's not so much that I want to be monetized, because I appreciate, I definitely, love the fact of being able to make content that helps people and, get some feedback as well as compensation for it. So it's amazing to be able to do that. And I appreciate all of those that are out there that are doing the things, and they're getting their ad revenue, and they're getting their endorsements, or whichever, they're making their money, and that's great. I love it. I think the main thing that I'm really focused on for that 1,000 is the fact that then the restrictions are uplifted. And you're asking me, what do I mean by restrictions? Well, there's certain things that you can't do until you get 1,000 subscribers. Like for instance, I'm blessed because I have a YouTube official artist channel, so I'm able to post in my community tab, which is great. But if you didn't have that option, you wouldn't be able to post in community tab until you got to 1,000 subscribers. Also, when you have 1,000 subscribers, you can get to what is it? No, okay, not 1,000. Okay, I think that's 10,000. You get to 10,000 subscribers. I just saw it the other day. Is that you can post like little short video clips. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember the name of it, but I just came across it the other day, and I was like, wow, this is kind of like, what do you call it? Kind of like I don't want to say it's like TikTok, but it's something similar to it. And I'm not talking about shorts because I know we got YouTube shorts, but it was something else that I saw, and I was trying to see if I can do it, but I wasn't allowed to do it because you have to have at least 10,000 subscribers. So I mean, there's certain like privileges that you get when you get to 1,000 or more. So that's one main reason why, because then I can do whatever I need to do. So like even now, like with this streaming, I couldn't stream at first. So I'm curious why I'm able to stream now. Don't get me wrong. YouTube, I love it. I'm grateful that you allow me to stream. But before I had to do it just through Restream, and I don't know like why I'm able to stream now, but it's pretty amazing that I'm able to do that. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if anybody's watching this. I see one concurrent viewer. I'm not sure who you are, but if you are really listening to it, thank you so much for listening. If you have anything that you want to say in the chat, I want to say something. I'm going to say something. Hello. I just want to chat. I just want to see if it works, you know? Hello, everyone. Watching my journey. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this thing up soon, but all right, so those are a few tips that I have. Let me know if you want like more information like this, like if this helps you out. I'm trying to be real, so you know, like I said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything right now. It's a tough journey, but so far, here it is, April. I'm just beginning of April. I have a goal by the end of April to reach, I'd like to reach 100 subscribers by the end of April. So that's what I'm working towards. So I'm gonna be pumping out some stuff. Still trying to think about what I really want to do next, like what video content I want to do. I have my cakewalk, band labs, my DAW tutorials that I want to continue with that. I have an art tutorial that I started, and I don't know if I should continue that. I mean, and I got some other things that I want to do. So it's like, this is like where it's crazy because you got so much stuff that you want to do, but I got to compress it all and make sure that I'm doing something that's going to be valuable content to you all that are watching this. So if you have feedback from me and you happen to stumble upon my channel, please provide your feedback. Thank you for that. All right. I'm Just a Norm. If you haven't, make sure you follow me on all the social media. Instagram is Just a Norm. Facebook, Just a Norm 2016. TikTok and YouTube, of course, Just a Norm. Check out my music. You can find it on Spotify, on YouTube, of course. You can find it on Deezer, Apple Music, or pretty much anywhere in the world you can find it. Just a Norm. I am in the process of working on an album, my first full album. I have an EP out and I have some other singles out, but I'm working on my first full album that I'm going to release in hopefully summer this year. So stay tuned for that. Got a lot of stuff going on. Got a lot of performance and gigs coming up. I got a gig Friday and Saturday this week. I got rehearsals all this week. So my life is crazy. But anyway, that's how it is when you're doing this music thing. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you happen to check any parts of this out, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'm trying to drop something every Monday and every Friday. I'm a little late. I did put something on Sunday, but I'm a little late tonight. I'm 2 hours over. Well, maybe. Well, somebody I might have made it in whatever time zone you're in. Maybe I did make it, but I'm a little behind though. But this is my YouTube journey so far, you all. 2001, it's been a great year. 2020, even though it had a lot of obstacles and a lot of deaths and a lot of sadness, but I did appreciate a few things out of 2020. First off, it allowed me to get back into YouTube and really dig into it. Second, for my music, it allowed me to really get my creative hat on and start producing and writing and putting out more music. So I'm grateful for that. I'm just a Norm. Hope you all enjoyed the music. Hope you heard everything okay. Adios. Peace.